So thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, excuse me, please hit subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed it, if you felt it was useful. Now let's get into this. So Riel Casimero stops Duke Micah in 3 rounds. Whew. The first round of that fight was really kind of, it was a close competitive round. Maybe you could give it to Duke Micah. Second round came out and damn, Riel Casimero just started throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Duke Micah. People talk about Naoya Inoue and his punching power and the way he's brought it up through the weights. Riel Casimero's brought that punching power up through the weights as well. I mean, Riel Casimero is one heavy-handed fighter, to say the least. I mean, the shots he was landing on Duke Micah in there were hard. They were really, seriously, the amount of punishment he took in a little over a round, because the fight was stopped in the 3rd round, was pretty bad. The punches he was taking and the way he was covering and blocking some of them, but how they were getting through, just the sheer thud of them. And it was a left hook that put him down in the 2nd round. It was a heavy knockdown on Duke Micah. And bear in mind, he was taking plenty of right hands from Riel Casimero. He was taking plenty of them. He went down, he hit the ground like a ton of bricks. And Casimero, he's a character, because he was just, every single time he would back Micah up into the ropes, he had the arm. He was kind of Ricardo Mayorga style, arms down, goading his opponent and just throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him, head and body. He's very relentless, this guy. Very relentless is Riel Casimero, especially when he gets a guy hurt. He is just throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him. First time I ever saw him was against Charlie Edwards, and that was back down at flyweight. And God knows how this guy ever made flyweight. God knows how he ever made light flyweight, because he was at that weight as well. Now, he made light flyweight for a while. God knows how he did it, because he's a very big man. Even at bantamweight, he seems a very big man. And very powerful. Powerful puncher at light fly, like Naoya Inoue, brings it up to these weights. What I will say about Casimero is his defense isn't great. There was a lot of times where, especially when he was, really trying to go in there with the exchange, that he was just standing, chin up in the air, caught a couple of left hooks from Duke Micah. I'm just thinking to myself, if that's Naoya Inoue, you're going to be in trouble. But then again, Naoya Inoue, I mean, the last time he fought was against Donaire, and he ended up getting into a war. If he gets into a war with, Riel Casimero, how's the eye going to hold up? So, yeah, the referee was definitely worried about Duke Micah towards the end of the round. He was checking on him, letting him go back to his corner. Within the first 3 seconds of the 3rd round, the doctor was already having a look at Duke Micah. That's how bad the 2nd round actually was. It's very rare you see early on in the fight where a fighter just goes and has a really bad round like that, and referee and doctors are straight in having a look, early on in the fight after 2 rounds. So you knew the end was in sight. Again, Casimero relentless, landed a couple of body shots on Duke Micah and some headshots. Referee Steve Willis, great referee, jumped in, stopped the fight. Yeah, right decision. I mean, in theory, I know it was early on in the fight, but seriously, the corner, and I'm not criticising them, but the corner wouldn't have been condemned by me anyway if they stopped the fight after the 2nd round, because the right was on the wall. Casimero is a lethal finisher, and he marches on. If we get to see him versus Naoya Inoue next, I will be very happy. I think that Jason Maloney and Naoya Inoue are fighting next on a top rank card. It's going to be a bit hard doing a top rank PBC card, but it's been done in the past. It was done with Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, so hopefully we can get that undisputed fight made at bantamweight. Yeah, I want to see that fight. It's a good fight. I would lean towards Naoya Inoue, but I could see that fight turn into a war. Seriously, I can see that. We're guaranteed a knockout in that fight, I think. Because I think Naoya Inoue just comes to knock you out, and so does Riel Casimero. Riel Casimero, it's been a fight I've underrated for a while. I mean, I remember when he fought Tete. I thought Tete was going to win that fight pretty comfortably, and Casimero knocked Lanny Tete spark out. That surprised me, because I knew Tete was good. I knew Casimero wasn't a bad fighter, but I thought Tete is probably a league above him, probably a level above him. So I was surprised when that happened. Casimero, as I said, just keeps impressing me. So, good little knockout for him. Great fight. Those are my thoughts on this short and sweet little video here. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, of course, if you are new. As always, people, I'll talk to you. Stay safe. Peace.